So this is it, man. Full custom acres. I needed a little room to spread my wings, you know? If you listen just right, you hear that?
Whole lot of nothing.
Nothing. As the saying goes, turn the page, right? No, this is a whole new chapter.
Awesome digs, man.
I wanted to get my friend Tom out here. I got a project I need a hand on. I also wanted to give him a little tour of the homestead. So apparently this was some kind of a horse ranch. They were raising thoroughbred horses.
Oh, cool.
You know where I'm going with this.
Oh, yeah.
No horsing around, baby. All cars.
Man, I love that backyard. Look at those hills.
You know, when I drove up the driveway, I was just like, I'm home. When I was looking for places, you know, it's a lot like looking for a car. I had my heart set on something completely unique. It'll allow me the freedom to do what I want. You know, I've been in the city in a workshop for like 20 years, man. So being out here, it's where I need to be. I mean, total inspiration, right?
Get your creative juices running again.
Get up in the morning, no distractions, just create.
You can build for days.
That's what I'm talking about. I've had cars stashed at friends' houses all over the place, so I got a few projects lined up. I'll show you what I got on the queue.
It's Ian's turn.
Pretty cozy out here, you know? You can stand out here and just gaze at the sunrise, sunset for all eternity. The cars do not build themselves. Well, you know, I got the shop all dialed in. It was a lot of work to get it going, but power's on, it's all cleaned out. First project is queued up. Let me show you what I'm thinking.
Whoa, what you got here?
This is the project. 48 Packard. You remember Don? Well, I finally got it from him. I got this thing from my friend Don. I've been eyeballing it for like 6 years. The thing that was kind of the specialness of this is that the two-door, look at the slanted post already.
Yeah.
And then it's the fastback. This is like the Pontiac Fleetline style, but it's bigger. Look how freaking substantial that body is.
Yeah, it's got a lot of cool shaping going on here, man.
Everybody wants a Merc, right? They're hard to
Yeah.
get. So the Packard that you and I did, you know, it came out so cool. You know, we did the chop and then Victor and Craig got it and it went all the way.
Right.
And, you know, I'm not a jealous type, but maybe a little envious. Their car is called the Merc Eater. This one is gonna be the Merc Eater, just to give it back to Victor a little. Now that I'm in my own spot, I wanna go full custom, like my own brainchild.
How much are you gonna cut?
All of it. So I wanna radically section and chop this thing. I want the car pancaked. I want you to take my ideas, Gene's ideas, and your ideas and illustrate them. Tom's really good with mock-ups on the computer. You know, he'll take a snapshot and then just start rendering concepts to know what direction we're going. I'm excited. I finally get to build a custom cruiser for myself, and it's gotta be a crazy statement. Full custom Ian.
This is option 1. This is extremely chopped and extremely sectioned. It's super low, makes it look really long.
Love it.
Yeah. And then a little more conservative. It's still chopped and it's still sectioned. It's probably sectioned about 3 inches.
I say we go for as much section as possible. We're gonna just have to cut that car apart and see what it offers.
All right. Well, do you want some help with that?
Yes. And as with everything, you're never gonna get that simple pencil on the paper result working with a car. So there's gonna be a few detours, there's gonna be a few hurdles, but we're going for it.
Ready to cut stuff up.
All right, man. Tom goes in for a little costume change. You know when he comes out in uniform, it's getting serious. It's my turn to take a roll of the dice on my own project. This is pretty ambitious, but I'm 100% committed. If you could just take off all this hardware, I'm gonna make a 4-inch strip of cardboard. Cutting the sheet metal is not that big a deal, but where you cut it is a big deal because it's got to reconnect. So I'm kind of thinking about how this thing's going to fit once it's sectioned down. It may look like kind of a jigsaw puzzle, this line that I'm drawing through the car, but for whatever reason, I'm able to see right through where it's going to come together. Here's the biggest problem of all. when we section it vertically, the trunk lid, the deck lid, is going to fall inside the trunk cavity.
I mean, I totally trust that you know what's going on here. It looks like you've seen it ahead of time.
Glad you do.
However, I am still confused as to what's going on this back end. Can you just give it to me one more time?
Explaining to Tom one of the biggest issues with the section of this car is in the rear end. We are facing a major proportion predicament. So the bumper matches right there, but then when you section it up, your car is ending here, and the bumper's way the heck out here.
Okay.
This is a pretty big undertaking, so, you know, it's all theory until you get to cutting. I want you to know that this is my prized possession. My whole life, I've always wanted a section Packard, so whatever you do, don't screw it up.
All right, here goes nothing.
This project is pure calculated fun. I've been staring at this thing for years, you know, just, I've got it all thought out. Tom's concerned, but I see the path. For my next trick, I will remove this entire rear panel. Envision, if you will, a straight vertical drop, right? And it's way inboard. So you do have that shelf now.
Yeah, it ended up with an underbite.
You know? This body is a few cuts shy of coming down. If you see something going wrong,
Run?
run.
A little bit worried, but at the same time, very intrigued. I want to see what happens. I'm just gonna go slow.
Good, right there. Perfect. I don't think it's gonna work for the front. We're just gonna have to muscle it. Talking about you and the guns. Come on, get over here.
Well,
Got a plan. You know, I need all the help I can get, and those two dogs are not gonna listen to a word I say. So Tom, being the senior crew chief here, he gets to do the heavy lifting.
right, this is real grunt work.
You can do it. Just put your back into it.
What does it look like? Whoa, she is sectioned.
It's like a freaking bullet, man. I knew it was gonna happen. It's just like, phew. Step back and look at this section. I mean, as they say, right out of the gun, it's tight. It lined up really well. 4 inches is pretty radical for this style body. And it's there, you can see it.
Not that I'm saying that I don't like it. I just want to make sure that this is what you really want.
It's what I really want, Tom.
Okay, then let's move forward.
Getting this thing sectioned is the exact start I needed. I'm going in a way more radical direction. This needed to happen first. Perfect fit.
You sure you've never done this before?
Oh man, I just dreamt about it.
Someone ought to take your dreams and bottle them up and sell them.
Even better, they record it and broadcast it around the whole world. It's better than bottling and selling it. So the issue here is if we went on the center line to chop 2 inches on each side, all of a sudden, you got no metal, right?
Yeah.
So the way that this all looks so cool in factory, the idea is we take out a 4-inch strip above the wheel arch,
Okay.
then jog it vertical, just like we did on the firewall of the car, so that this nice, graceful wheel arch stays where it should be on the tire,
Right.
but the fender gets sectioned down 4 inches. So for now, I'm thinking, we got this 4-inch tab, maybe we'll just come right in and we'll delete that light. What do you think about that? Or
Yeah.
just below it, we'll keep the trim. At this stage of the game, it's all about sheet metal modifications. I got a lot of ideas rolling around in my head for future bumper and grille modifications. I got a couple ideas about that nose that might just take this thing and make it a real Merc eater.
Wouldn't this have to have some sort of Merc in it to be a Merc eater? Or is it like just all right that a Packard is a Merc eater?
Well, think about it, man. Just do the math, right? So the Merc eater is a Packard that ate a Merc, but the Merc eaterer is a Packard that ate a Merc eater. Think about it. Either way, it's not eating anything until I get it all put back together, and this front fender section is a step in the right direction. What do you think is gonna work?
I'm hoping so.
The way I'm handling this reattachment of the fender is using a flat strip backer. It provides a ton of strength for the welding. Some purists may not dig it. I know it's gonna work and be super strong. A few last trims and this fender's ready to be welded back together. You can never have enough clamps. If our calculations are correct, this thing is gonna fit on the car. Theorizing is all well and good, that's one thing, but you never know if it's gonna fit until you literally put it in place.
Dude, I am legit excited now. Seeing that fender back on there, I can't wait to see what it looks like with the hood back on.
Let's just unhook the hoses and plug it in.
Yeah, let's do this.
Look at that. Now we're getting somewhere.
I want to tell you, you did a good job. It's not even finished yet, and you've done a good job.
From the beginning of the customizing cars fad, it's like they want to make the cars look better, more streamlined, more radical. The giant bulging sides all of a sudden disappeared, and now the fenders look way more horizontal. That's the result I was hoping to achieve.
It just looks so long and lean.
Wait till the top's chopped, man. This ain't nothing. Hanging out with Gene has only gotten me more jazzed about taking this Packard all the way. So this is where we're headed, man. We're gonna chop this thing. I put some bracing inside. Being that it's a fastback, it's a little trickier than anything with like a belt line trim and a deck lid. You're chopping the whole back of the car now because the roof goes right down to the bumper, basically that line.
Yeah.
So it's a big hunk of metal we're cutting off.
Man, I hope you got a whole bag of tricks for this.
The whole mission here is radical custom, right? I don't want to do anything halfway this time. The section is as much as we could get. You see that the tires are on the fenders.
Right.
So I want to chop the same way, as much as you can. Everybody's telling me fastbacks are such a challenge, you know? You're gonna run into some problems with that deck lid. Can't wait to see how you figure out the sail panel. That's what I'm about. Just, yes, let's figure it out. See how from the back standing viewpoint, this appears to be higher than the windshield?
Yeah.
So if we chop this 6 inches, it may look too small. I just don't want to end up with a little mail slot windshield that you can't see out of. So
Right.
I'm gonna make a little call for safety with that. We're gonna take out the top of the windshield, chop the top, and then put it back in. Saving all the pieces we cut out comes in handy, and it makes a perfect template. All right, now let's close the door and we'll weld that one shut. I want you to cut vertical, and I want you to cut horizontal. So you're coming up. When you see that, turn that way. When you see that, turn that way. Don't go in that area.
Yeah.
And Tom,
Yeah.
don't screw that up, okay?
There goes everything.
Just trying not to show Tom my nervous side. So I'm just playing comedian, you know? Just keeping everything lighthearted and like, yeah, man, we got this. We're in deep. Last thing is the B pillar, then she's free. That's a convertible, baby.
Yeah, man. This is wild and crazy what we've done.
This ain't mild custom garage, man. We're going all the way. General public is not used to seeing cars cut in half once, then twice, but here we are. Enjoy.
So this is the moment where I get a little bit scared.
You have nothing to fear but fear itself. Put on your poker face. We're gonna make this happen. This is like trauma unit. Don't stand around looking at the patient with his head half hanging off. Get to work. Quick action, quick results.
Along that line?
Right on it.
All right.
This is exposure therapy for Tom. You know, if I just keep him cutting the car, he won't be that repulsed by chops. Few cuts to freedom, and we can see this chop. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to put this thing on. So just watch the A-pillar and line that up. Look at that thing.
This is one cool car, man, already.
That is really something, dude.
Wow.
Standing back and looking at it, oh yeah. I mean, that's the flavor, for sure. 4-inch chop, 4-inch section, can only get better.
You happy?
No, we're gonna cut it again.
Wait, what? Again?
It's a typical scenario, right? You stand back and look at it and like, man, that's good. It could even be gooder. It's still not down to that door frame, man. We gotta cut more out. Let's do it. This is exactly what it needed, you know? It was right there, and I just took it a little bit more. And that's what I want, it's perfect. So the idea now is we can tailor this windshield any height we want. Look at that, it rolls right into the side window.
Oh, wow.
Totally cool. That call of making it like an inch less chopped than the rest of the car, you know, credit to Mr. Winfield. He's done this before. Yeah. Perfect idea. The fit up of this windshield requires a little bit of expert finesse. It's pretty technical. All right, this is the famous moment where the fabricator lights his pants on fire for the cause. Whoa! Feeling like welding? Ah! Don't light my hair on fire. Ah! Seeing how good this chop looked, I did a whole bunch of busy work. I was burning the midnight oil and got a whole bunch of stuff fitted up. Some progress has been made.
Oh.
I really went for it in the past day or so.
Yeah, I see that. What have we got going on here?
The inspectors and I were in here doing hard time. I didn't like the miniature window that was getting set up, so I just pulled this back and I attached the roof. That way there's structure. The roof line looks so good, I did not want to compromise what was there. So as a fix, I took the B-pillar and moved it rearward so I wouldn't end up with this miniature back window. This is definitely his favorite build yet. You know, he likes the cruisers, and you can see he's all, look at the nose action. The biggest challenge of the car is in this rear third. These shapes do not align at all. We got two different contours. You know, this is flapping in the breeze. It can be positioned. If I push it down, it's coming down and then up and down again. So you definitely want to have a nice graceful transition into the fender. The key element here is we cannot mess with the frame of the glass. The glass is rigid, it has to sit. I think this is the biggest intimidation point for anyone that would chop a fastback. Can't wait to see what you do with that deck lid. And this clearly illustrates what ends up happening. I say we slice right from here, underneath, right to there. And just lift it up. You got your eyes, and you got your muffs. One-shot deal. And they're pretty fashionable.
I like them.
I wear them to the club on the weekends. I don't know if you can even call this a technique. This is more of like an emergency recovery effort. That's how I roll. It's like, that's wrong, do something. I'm gonna bet you can just lift that right up. Aha! We can live with that, eh?
Yeah.
And there's a little mismatch here, but that's totally usable. The whole thing is you want that line to flow, right? Flow is flow, no matter how you present it. If you don't need no fancy tools, this piece of steel rod illustrates perfectly a graceful arc. I think we can get away with that. I mean, if anything, lastly, see the bottom edge of the window opening?
Yeah.
You can always just slice that and bring that up just a hair. This little shim trick does exactly what I needed. It's not a perfect case scenario, but it bridges that gap between what the glass will offer and what the line of the body needs.
Well, if this is the spot where it's supposed to be, yeah, you got a big old gap and drop going on here.
What I was thinking is, you know, you got all these loose ends, right? If you could somehow just take that deck lid, like put it on the ground and just smush it, it might fill that whole gap.
Yeah, but then your trunk lid flat.
Check this out. Just like you hear, you know, they're gonna reskin a door, reskin a quarter panel. We're gonna reverse the process. We're gonna separate these two panels. So if we can take this razor and get all the way through, the outside will remove. So I want you to do that all the way around, and I'll see you tomorrow. This might push down a bit. Sort of like what we did with the roof. Look at it.
Yeah.
You know, these angles might not work on the car, but let's chuck it on there and see what we're dealing with. Look at that. That's gonna work, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Totally gonna work. This smush technique is highly unorthodox, and you can see it works perfect. There's one more thing I want to lay on the table. We're not even making a deck lid.
Wait, what?
With this deck lid back in place, leaves a lot to the imagination. Something about the seamlessness of it. I love the idea of not having this open. It's gonna be so much smoother.
So it's just gonna go straight back.
Straight back.
Wow.
You know, full custom, right?
Yeah.
Concept style. We're never going to the grocery store. My calculations are correct. We're gonna slap that on, trim both sides, tack it down.
Let's do it.
Contour, this is gonna be perfect. Now I need to figure out if I'm gonna put the replacement skin above or below the deck lid. The whole thing that has to happen here is step back and take a look at it. All right, man, as usual, I made a couple subtle changes.
Okay.
The idea of the deck lid skin stuck, but I shifted it down.
I think it looks a lot better this way than the route we were gonna go.
But I decided to seal up the back because I just want it to be slick. Takes a lot of thinking, a lot of considering, especially when you're chopping up this compound curve. It looked best pulled down right to that roll pan area. So it's the back end of this that's really gonna bring it together. You know, I kept saying we're gonna have to make a lot more of the car, and you can see what it's coming down to. In my opinion, it is always easier to use what was the car and put it back in shape. First things first, why don't you take that piece of the Packard, and you see the little seam left and right?
Yeah.
Just cut off those two taillight sections. Just get the outer skin. Let's lay them up there and see what works with that.
Man, I'm really liking the way this thing is turning out.
Good answer.
Hey, you wanna trade for a 47 coupe?
I'd have to do the same thing all over again, man. Like I said, this is my vision. Look how freaking slopey and low it is.
Yeah.
From what I'm looking at here, you know, my vision of the whole thing, a custom roll pan will really seal the deal on the tail end of this car. You know, like any custom, you want it to flow, right? So just like before, with the flow of the roof, look, there's a dead end right there at this
Right.
balance. So I want to build a roll pan.
I think that's gonna look really cool.
All right, first thing, we're gonna cut this off. The deal with this roll pan is that we're creating it from scratch, significantly different than the rest of the car in the section and the repositioning of Packard parts. This perfectly illustrates all the other panels I made while Tom wasn't here. This thing's pretty cool. I got it from Eastwood a while back. The shrinker has like these little teeth that pull the metal, so it works like a stamp and then a crush. So the shrinker does physically shrink the edge of the steel, and it puts a lot of stress in the panel. That way it makes the English wheel a lot more proficient in the curving of the steel. All right, let's see how this thing looks. Oh yeah, very satisfying. This is really just winging it, exemplified. No template, no nothing. Stick it on the car, create a series of parts, then just trim it out and weld it all complete. The process here is about trimming and welding as you go. All right, man, that is a roll pan. Look at that, it's rolling under the car.
That certainly is, man.
It's just what I was talking about from the start. The back just goes boop right there, and then there's gonna be a little bumper hanging under it.
Yeah, man, it's really cool to see this thing come together.
Yeah, see now with the hole filled in, it just slopes right back. This is looking real close. You know, the lines are established. There's a couple other things I want to do, and then I really want to push the car outside and take a look at it. Check this out, man. I got busy on this thing.
Oh, man. Yeah, you certainly have.
After we were done the other day, the weld seams, they were really bugging me. So, you know, I'm just here putting on a little filler and things escalated. One thing led to another, and I got into this guide coat. By the time I came back to sanity, I realized the car was blue. I guess you could say I might have got a little carried away.
You know what though, man? I'm telling you that this color on here really shows off the work.
From the start with this project was I just wanted to nail the two big elements of custom metalwork. Shop top and radical section. There we go. This was like a no-holds-barred experiment. 4-inch section, 6-inch chop. You could see it worked. It's been cool collaborating with Tom on this because I thought I was just gonna be solo way out in the wilderness. The most satisfying part was working through those critical issues. A, the windshield height, B, the rear window size, and C, the flow of the roof right down into the bumper area.
But if anybody deserves a full custom cruiser, it's Ian Russell.
That's good to hear, because I'm gonna send it over to your shop for finishing. I did two more other things I was gonna show you also. I picked up these old surfboards. Oh wait, they're not surfboards. These are fender skirts. These are real old skirts that somebody had used, and I just kind of modified it to fit the look of the Packard. So this is just another representation of the lines. It's not finish painted. Again, just a quick dust over it. It's all just mocked up, but the concept is established. Let's roll it outside, see how it looks.
Oh yeah, it needs some fresh air.
The garage is one thing, but there's nothing like seeing a car in its natural environment. I'm not talking about the boulevard. Talk about the desert. Standing back, that's always the thing. Oh, what's the front 3/4 view look like? What's the rear 3/4, et cetera, et cetera. If you're just kind of squint your eyes and look at the silhouette of the car, the height off the ground, how the tires fit in the front fenders, it's all what I needed. Now my brain's spinning. I got a call from my friend Steven. Steven runs a business called Funky Junk Farms, and they are all about the unique and rare artifacts. They are into antiques, memorabilia, vintage cars, motorcycles, scooters, you name it. There's a lot of funk, there's a lot of junk. It's right up my alley. When you think of vintage trailer, at least my vintage trailer, I think like this rickety old thing that has some, flavors of the past. This is like a brand new thing. It's absolutely beautiful. Probably better than the day it came off the showroom floor.
That's the thing about Funky Junk Farms. We're always ahead of the curve or way behind it. Or we're not even in the curve.
Now we're talking 4 wheels. This is a vehicle.
And a motor.
What the heck is this thing?
So this is a 1939 Hunt house car. This was the first pusher motorhome, which the new ones are now diesel pushers.
Look at this thing. You just keep your coffee warm right here on the dashboard.
Look, and you can wash your dish
and
after
your
you're finished.
Right.
You can brush your teeth as well while you're driving. I got one more room to show you and some other stuff that I have.
Wait, there's more.
Oh, there's always more.
Oh, yeah.
This is what I have in mind.
Yeah, a little roadster race car.
1925 Dodge.
Nice. You walk around the corner and I see this car and it's got my name all over it. Steve starts describing what it is, and it's very together. It's not your typical basket case starting point.
We decided we're gonna build a little hot rod.
For sure.
I used to drag race back in the 80s. Plant 6 engine in it,
So it's
225.
already been hot rodded, okay.
Yeah.
Steve's saying this is the project, and I'm wondering, what's the gimmick, right? Is there a bait and switch? Is there a curtain that's gonna rise up with the actual project, or what? Yeah, so this is like super touring car.
This is called 3/4 elliptic spring.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the essence of fun, man.
It
Everybody
is.
does. Everybody's got a Ford, right?
Sure,
This is
exactly.
unique.
This is completely different. I wanted a Dodge. I'm a Dodge man.
Nice.
We're looking at something like this, but kind of stuck on where to go with it from here. We're trying to make it more streamlined, to make it somewhat like a more race car. But there's a few areas that we don't like. That front end somewhere,
Right.
and then in the back here.
Really like the direction that he's taken this project because it looks like that transformation you would have seen back in the day, Took Pop's old car and hot rodded it. This is right up my alley.
Make it look fast.
Right. Sounds like he's really gonna use it. So I love the idea that it's not just a display piece. He's gonna have this thing and use it regularly.
If you want to do the work, you can do it here. We can carve out a spot for you to work.
Even better, right? No use trailering after my place.
Sure.
I'm super into this project, and it'll be real cool to work in this environment. Seeing things already.
Turn you loose.
Got the car dug out and moved into the other side of the building. This place is pretty unique. It's really nice to work in a creative environment like this. That's the way I handle my own workspace, in that it's more of a studio than it is this production auto repair facility. What's the deal with those signs, man?
Oh, those are from
I don't know if that's a self-portrait, but I recognize two of the characters there.
it was a food event, so every one of them had to be food related.
I mean, maybe if things work out, I can get my portrait on the wall too, you know? Me and the two dogs. I think I'm gonna get all the stuff that could catch on fire out of the way. I'm gonna pull the fuel tank, this big hairy seat. Perfect. See? I don't know why they don't make cars like this anymore. Look how easy it was to take that fuel tank out. Oh, look at that, the fuel gauge works and everything. Is that cool or what? This is a good sign. Even the fuel gauge still works. We're off to a good start. I know you're talking about streamlining the nose. I got a couple ideas. Let me give you the sales pitch, and then we'll discuss it before I do any work.
Sounds good.
I really like the direction Steve's taken this car, and you know, I have a couple good ideas that'll really follow through and you know, reinforce the whole visual statement of the thing. You know, I could get pretty wild, but you want to keep it traditional looking. No bubble top, no metal flake paint job, no airbags, right?
No airbags.
It's a nice, classic, traditional race car.
Right.
All right.
You do it as if you were living in this time and building it in your backyard, not in a race shop, but in your backyard.
Typically, I am called on to come into a project and do my thing. But depending on the vehicle, my thing can be, you know, here or there. So that's the thing. I have to decide which thing to bring. One thing I'm sure of is that Steve is going for this, you know, period correct look, you know, like it was built back in the day. I'm gonna mock up a couple things, see what you think.
All right.
And then we can go forward. So give me like an hour.
I'll be back.
Cool, man.
See.
Steven's a busy guy, so it's up to me to come up with a plan. We're not trying to change the characteristic of this car at all. You can see it's already got a sweet look. You know, that chopped low windshield, you know, it's already got kind of a little rake and aggressive stance. Yeah, the whole thing with any race cars, you know, it looks like it's going fast, sitting still. Here it is sitting still. That looks like a giant tombstone. This is an air pusher coming right at you. So do a couple things, make it a little more streamlined. It's period correct. Concept here is to bring the radiator forward and down a little bit, thusly providing a more raked, streamlined hood angle. The way the radiator's a little bit lower, and it can be set at any height up here. And the water will just come under the front cross member. Oh yeah, see that? I mean, look at it already. Now all of a sudden, you're looking a little more streamlined. So we got the poplar radiator bracket. We've got this custom hood representer. The last thing that's gonna sell this concept is the full custom speaker wire radiator mock-up support, right? You see those metal rods on the radiator all the time? We're not doing that. Not for this discussion. Take a piece of wire. See that? Little white line makes you think shapes. Arrow straight. Now the one last thing, I make a very technical decision right here. Yeah, there it is. That tightens up the whole assembly. It's ready to race. Looks good. Let's go next door. I got a mock-up to show you, but I need a piece of stock, like a 4x4 angle, anything heavy enough to support that radiator.
Oh, I think I got some.
So I'm thinking like 1/4 inch, like this stuff, but heavier. So this is probably 2x2.
Something bigger.
Double that, and then thicker. Like here's 3x3.
Like this.
Like that. There it is. Well, what's that measure out? 4x4 by 3/16.
There it is.
Cool. Yeah, that'll be perfect. Let me show you the mock-up before we go cutting apart your stuff.
All right.
I'll show you the car and show you the concept.
Perfect.
This is great. They got stuff everywhere. It's my kind of shop. Yeah, so just check up that down there and we'll just carry on.
Where'd you get that?
I got people, man. Don't worry about where I get stuff in your shop. So here's where we're at. Got the fuel tank out and got a few lines presented.
All right. Look at that angle.
So this is what I'm thinking. See, it's ahead of the cross member and
Yep.
low.
Perfect.
Right, so the hood top will be the wood.
Yep.
You'll have 2 support bars in there where the white is, and then we can decide how far the hood wraps
The hood
down.
can come down, yeah.
I was thinking that sheet I grabbed, I'll
Yeah.
just make a new hood, like a
Yeah.
race car hood,
Okay.
one piece.
Yeah, one-piece hood, no need hinges on it, because you just lift it off. When you...
Exactly, it'll be like
Oh,
a quick
love it.
disconnect.
And that's the way they would have built it back, you know. Man.
The ghost of the inspectors is in the building. Even though the inspectors aren't here, it sounds like they've got their comrades on the lookout. Whoa, did you hear that? Am I tripping out, man? If I know that bark, it sounds like we're headed in the right direction. Next thing I gotta do is make a couple radiator brackets with the material I got from Steven. All right, so the issue is with this water return line, it would be nice to just put this angle in. Unfortunately, it's right in line with the bolt. Hey, engineers, right? So you gotta come off the side of this thing. I'm gonna grab it right here where it's real strong on each side of this hoop. So that's our dimensions of the placement of these 2 drop downs this wide, and a crossbar will grab those. This is the simple structural element to the operation. Holy. Looks like I got a soldering job now, too. This is typical of what you deal with a vehicle from 1925. Few steps forward and half a step back. Nothing new here. So with that hole goes right to the hardware on the radiator. And you got one full custom bracket. Check that out. I made a little progress on the car, but I got a few ideas to really solidify this nose-down race car look. So this is the bones of the operation. The challenge is gonna be in creating this hood shell. It's really gonna sell the concept. The next step in this procedure is to set up these 2 locating rods for the grill. And yes, you could just buy these in a catalog, but that'd be far too easy. Every build is unique in the way you approach it. So Steve's statement of race car built in the 40s means everything was hand built. That's what I gotta do. Just drilled into these tubes a little bit, cut a 5/16 bolt, and you can see the index in there pretty nice. I'm gonna weld that. Key here is to make these parts look like they were always here, you know, kind of stealth. It's purely functional. I put this little stud on there, and that's what's gonna secure it to the radiator. Now, see, you're not stressing the thermostat housing or the rubber hose. As fun as it is making little knickknacks, the real challenge is in shaping the hood. So, I have this specialized cardboard template style material. You see it all the time. Now I'm thinking, instead of this piano hinge in the hood, instead of that, I'm just gonna make one solid, quick release panel. That way you're at the racetrack, it either looks like that or it looks like it has a hood. I've used some pretty outrageous template material on other projects, but I decided to go to the store and buy the good stuff. Now we have a definite center point, so when I make the template, I can always fold it like this. That way they're both symmetrical. Can you dig it? I know I can. Like every template, I'm making it oversized at first and then trimming it down to fit. See, so now when you pull it down, it's in the spot where the hood belongs. We got 2 different curves. You got this mellow curve across the top and then the tight bend there. I got a slip roller they brought over. So what I'm gonna do is make the deviation in curvature on my template. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. The thing with the paper template is it's just a starting point. I'm going to transfer that shape to the steel and then cut it out. Now we're gonna put in that slip roller and roll out the barrel. The tool provides one result. You make a nice round shape, and the hood is more of an oval, right? So that's the thing. You have to use this tool in sort of an unorthodox fashion to get this elliptical cone shape. This is like man versus metal. It's a delicate dance. This is no battle. This is no attack. This is romancing the molecules. This is finesse. You gotta schmooze it. So you could see, that looks like a hood. So the next thing I'm gonna do is just like I did with the paper template. See, the metal's oversized, it's not sitting in the place it's supposed to. I'm gonna get these gaps nice and even. The front and back are trimmed out close enough at this point. The main factor is figure out how low the hood sides are going to be. So what I'm seeing is the angle of that door coming straight through the hood. And actually the light's making a perfect reflection on the sheet metal as well, so it's kind of a no-brainer. Right there. Before I finish up the work on the hood, I want to make sure that Steven likes it. Hey, got some progress made.
Ah,
I made you a paper hood with flames.
flames,
You like that?
Love them.
Yeah, you like that.
Only on chicken. Oh, that looks good.
And it'll have some pins underneath, so it'll draw it in. So you get to their track, just like a race hood, and then you put a pin right under there, both
Beautiful.
sides.
When I first thought I hated it. No, I'm just kidding. No, it looks great. He nailed it. He got it just right.
I was thinking about this line on the top of the door, right? That angle.
Yep.
And I want to transfer that line right into the hood,
Right.
so the top of this tape measure line.
Okay.
And that'll be a hem edge in my sheet metal brake, squished. That way we don't have any of that flex, and it's super rigid.
That looks good.
With Steven, I don't have to over-explain things. He sees what I'm up to and knows right away if he likes it or not. If you're cool with that hood, I'll do a couple things at my shop tonight. And for tomorrow, I got one other idea about the back of the cab.
Okay.
2 good ideas thus far. I got a bunch of other stuff rattling around in this cranium, so let's get on to the next. I got my trusty tube bender in the house, and I'm ready to make some progress on the rear of this car. All right, so the whole deal is this square tube is going to replicate the structure that was originally in the car. If you're in here leaning your elbow over the edge, you're going to get sliced. These were the inner hoops that belonged in the car, and they were up here. So what I want to do is basically do the same exact thing, lower it down, and make it at a square stock. That way it's stronger. The body has relaxed into this funky shape after I cut the structure out of it. So hopefully by reattaching this ring that I'm about to create, it will pull it back into shape. The whole process here is just sneaking up on the goal, trying a bunch of different techniques to get the results I need. Hi-yo, here we are. Forklift is heavy. This is the old adapt and overcome trick. I don't limit my work to only using metalworking tools. I do whatever it takes to get what I need. Look for the heaviest thing in the shop and use it as a lever. This tubing bender is only going to take the material so far before it kinks, so I will resort to the oldest trick in the book, the old pie cut technique. So what you get is that. This car does a weird little hoop right here. Check this out. See how the radius follows the sheet metal perfectly? Then there's this weird issue here where the seat back came in. Just like with the hood, the body of the car is not this perfect round shape. I'm gonna clamp this on here and see if I can't just work that out with the clamps. This is just one of the things that experience lends you, is knowing what you can get away with. To make this whole join convincing, I need to find the middle ground, shrink in the car body a little, relax the tubing a little, set them up right. I gotta section it right through here because we're going further than 90 degrees. Using a whole bunch of clamps in a specific arrangement is hopefully gonna make this work out. I call this a success. I think I'll get out the welder, do a couple tacks in there to get these high cuts in order. The biggest challenge here is the shop inspectors are on their way in this afternoon, little guest appearance, etc. And I told them it would be done this afternoon, so hopefully I'll have it in order by the time they get here. One thing I know is that the car is not that straight. We just did a rough tape line. So by putting this on the table, see how janked up it is? How are we gonna fix that? There's a million ways. Oh, there it is, fixed. So the rear of this car, even though it looks flat like we chopped it off, it's actually not. It's got a bow in it. So putting it on the table is strictly just a gauge from left to right. Want to be sure that the whole apparatus has the same curvature. Little twist, and there it is. Now that we got some symmetry, put this in the car and see how high up the actual rear deck is going to lie. You could see how different the sheet metal was from being straight, so this is definitely coming off. Now that I've got the back trimmed out, it's just a matter of welding it all together. Welcome back. Got it finished just in time.
You know, this is perfect. This is the look I wanted right here. It looks good.
It was good to see that Steven liked it. You know, it's a delicate balance between fine fabrication and this backyard aesthetic that Steven was looking for.
Just subtle changes make the car look completely different, you know? Just
Oh, for sure.
The whole idea is when you stand back and just look at it, you know, it looks like a race car now.
A few more things to go, and this project is across the finish line. All right, so the whole thing with this seat is just like the rest of the car. They want it lower and leaner. I took off that flange that was sitting there and was all rusty. And this is gonna sit pretty much right there. Not only does this car need to fit the bill aesthetically, you know, the seat needs to have a good solid platform. See what's happening with the cushion? It's doing the flip-flop. So I just gotta put a frame from here right out to here, square it off, and that's the story. Even though this is a really simple structure, what it's going to do is make that stock cushion seat really fit in the car, you know, give you a secure feeling. So the whole key with these little spring clasps is cut out these pieces of angle that will be the receiver. They go in like a little blade. And then I'm just cutting this chain, which will be the eyelet that the top side hooks in. For my next act, I will attach hood hinge latches. The trick here is that the latches pull down so that the hood fits properly. The springs finish off the look on this custom hood, you know, very antique. Fits an old race car perfect. The old quick disconnect. After my run-in with the issue with the radiator inlet, it's time for a little session of Roussel's custom radiator repair. This radiator is the real deal, whatever it is, 1925, 1927, but just like me, old age is a hard thing to manage. This period-correct radiator is a cool piece and totally worth salvaging. It takes a delicate operation to not ruin the whole thing. The simplest statement would be that I am preparing these two metals to be joined, and it requires a lot of flux. So now we got that all hot. Let's put it on here. Try to join them together without ruining the lead. Looks like it's gonna work. I'm just gonna let it cool down before putting it on. We've got a guest inspector in the house. Rumor is it's a local, and it wanted to come in and check the process. Checking out the work. What do you think? All steel repair, 1-inch square tube around the edge. The word must be really spreading in the dog audience. I've seen photos of them watching television, and everybody wants to be a star. It's all original, real steel car. Pretty groovy, huh? Dogs must have a thing for race cars, because these inspections have been way too easy, like zero criticism. Well, looks like everybody's on board. Can I get a hand? Usually I get some kind of, yeah, there you go, perfect. Winner. Another satisfied customer. And like every other project, there's always loose ends to tie up. I love it when a plan comes together.
You want to fire it up? Pop that one up.
That's
Switch that up.
that's the ignition, that's
Ignition,
start.
and that's start right there.
Steven says this thing is ready to run. Just like a
Fire it
race
up.
car, man. No keys, right?
No keys.
Yeah, the sound of the straight sixes are unique. You just hear all the little valves going. It's cool.
Yeah, great sound to them.
Yeah. I think you're ready to race, baby. This car's really coming together. I can't wait to see it on the road. You got this. Get your pilot goggles on and run it. This old Dodge is ready for some dodging. Took it out to the top secret proving grounds and we're about to let it rip. It looks ready to race.
I'm even ready to race. I cut my hair off.
Oh, I hadn't noticed.
Low profile, ready for a new change and a new car.
Yeah, man, this is cool. Yeah, good call just leaving it steel, man. It all fits.
It's good.
I know Steven's excited about driving it. You know, we're out here checking it out outside for the first time, and it's a cool rig for sure.
Standing out here in the sun right now, feels excellent. New car, new hair, new look. The car looks great. Been working on this thing for months, actually, and Ian did an amazing job on the work that he did. The lines look really nice.
There was no crazy styling choices or fabrication in this. The whole thing was subtle mods to make it more like an old vintage race car. It doesn't look like anything was changed, but it was. That's why it looks so cool.
It's fun when people can walk up on it and they have to look at your car to see what you modified.
Get in there, I want to get your victory shot.
All right.
I saw him sit down in the car, and it's like, whoa, that thing we did by the door jam totally works. Now it's like you would see somebody in a race car, not in a passenger car.
You look, if I had my afro, it would have gone way up over here now.
Well, exactly. Just like you see those speed, you know, the wind tunnels, that would have been a drag. You could have broke your neck.
Yeah, I'm really excited about getting out there and driving this damn car. It's been locked up in my shop for a year. I'm glad that it's done, and we're gonna get it out and see what it can do. I'm ready to drive, man. You either get in or I'm leaving you.
That's why I showed up here, man. Enough with the jibber jabber. Run this thing.
See if it goes.
The car runs perfectly. You know, it feels like an antique vehicle for sure. It's like a two hands on the wheel experience. You know, the car has no shock absorbers, very primitive suspension. It's like a covered wagon with a 6-cylinder engine.
Drives like an old piece of junk. This is actually a primitive car, so this is like the early stages of automobiles. It's like holding on to a little bull.
This stretch of roadway is perfect to get that old world experience. It could be 1940 in California